literally just saw a 10-year-old girl wearing a shirt with sparkles that said, "Doing my best," and fucking same, dude. Where did you get that? I feel like we could all use this shirt. Because sometimes seeing that shirt will make it easier to remember that you are literally doing your best. Like, it's okay. Like, other people's standards for what you should be doing or what you should be achieving really don't matter. And doing your best does not look like burning yourself out. So we're all doing our best, and having a shirt with sparkles saying this is very cool. Hello BabyQueers and welcome back to my channel. Despite my decor absolutely not showing it, because same old decor, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, you know? And in honor of the holidays and a lot of people spending time with family or family members that are already stressful, we're doing wholesome memes because I feel like we maybe need a break from that stress, you know? But either way, you know the deal. You gotta get hydrated, so grab some water or some tea or whatever else you like to drink. And if you're drinking like mulled wine or something, I will not blame you. But either way, once you have your drink, we're gonna continue. You're hydrated? Good, let's go. My dad, who doesn't want anything to do with the dog. This is literally every dad who ever said, "No, I don't want a dog, I don't want a cat, I don't want pets." This is them about like a month later, when you have the pet, and the pet loves them, and they love the pet, and they're just so adorable together. And yeah, because honestly, as a parent, I can kind of understand doing the whole, okay, but y'all gotta promise to take care of this pet. Like, I'm not getting the pet and end up being the only one caring for them. Which is why I never had pets growing up, because my parents refused, because they thought we weren't gonna ever take care of them anymore after like a month. You know, but this is what happens, and it's cute. So unless your parents are like my parents, your dad saying, "We're not getting a dog, I don't want a dog," is not that meaningful. Can you make this photo post-worthy? It already is, fam, but I can make a pretty sick meme out of it though. That is fair. Because memes are great. We love memes. But having memes with like your or like your friends' faces in it, of either just like recreating very famous memes or like adding you into a famous meme or just making new memes, is also just, it's great. It's so hilarious. And then you can just like use it as stickers to send to each other. And it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. But yeah, it's already worth posting. Listen, I feel like we're always too critical of photos of ourselves, because same, I'm never happy with selfies or anything I take. So I feel you, but other people will still think it's a nice photo even if you don't necessarily see it. Cute video shows auntie scrubbing algae off a terrapin's back at the botanic garden. And someone made a comic of it. Okay, at a botanic garden. Okay, who's next? Bum Bum? Okay, scrubbing the turtle. This is adorable. I mean, the comic is even cuter because look at the sparkly eyes on the turtle after it's cleaned. But honestly, I feel like it's one of the things, I don't really think the turtles actually care about the algae on their back, but they do care about the scrubbing feeling because they can feel the shells and then it just feels nice to them. It's like a backdrop for turtles, so of course they're gonna enjoy it. And it's just cute. Just her sitting there with her little brush and just, it's adorable, okay? How could you not look at this and think it's absolutely adorable? Kuchi Sabishi. When you're not hungry, but you eat because your mouth is lonely. I probably mispronounced that, but either way, yeah, I feel like we all do this sometimes. And honestly, I just love languages having like random words that other languages don't have, because in English, we don't have a word for this. So you had to put like a very long ass explanation for it. And I just kind of love it because I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I will forget this word again but I really like this word. You cannot be a snack with stretch marks. Oatmeal cream pie. It's not a joke. I'm a legit snack. Because what are we, children? Because I feel like a lot of people get stuck in this. No, but my partner has to look perfect, or you can only be attractive if you look perfect, if you have like a tiny waist, or if you don't have stretch mark or cellulite. But honestly, at the end of the day, what person that's actually mature actually cares anymore? And actually just like looks at another person and she's like, okay, you're hot, but you have stretch marks, so you're not a snack anymore. It's so ridiculous. Like, literally, what are we? It's just skin that looks a little different, basically. Right? Who cares? Who cares? You know, honestly, you're a snack. I don't care if you have stretch marks or not. News that matters. A pelican befriended a stray dog who was often spotted hanging out all alone along the boat docks. The man who photographed this has adopted him, but brings him back every day to see his friend Petey the pelican. Again, I just love how sometimes people are like, okay, but animals, they can't understand each other. Like a dog and a pelican, they don't speak the same language, but they're still just vibing together. And it's just so beautiful to see. Honestly, they're friends. You cannot tell me otherwise. And I love that the dog was adopted, but he's like, okay, listen, I cannot separate you from your friends. I wouldn't want anyone to separate me from my friends, so I'm gonna bring you back to see him every day, so you can cuddle and take a nap together by the looks of it. Which is a fair thing to do with your friends, actually. Me, I'm sad. Also me, after one French fry. Life ain't too hack. Perspective, I guess, but yeah, sometimes when you feel like everything is absolutely horrible and nothing is going right, stopping to see if you're properly hydrated and have eaten anything in the past few hours might be a good first step, you know. Maybe also just tired, so maybe try taking a nap, you know. If that doesn't help, it sounds cliche, but getting some fresh air actually generally helps. You know, so kind of going through this little bit of a mental checklist of, okay, wait, maybe I'm just hungry. Maybe everything doesn't suck. Maybe I'm just really hungry. And this is kind of like trying to see what helps. Will either actually help or distract you enough from this like thought cycle of, oh my god, everything sucks, that it might just help because it distracts you. But either way, if it helps, it helps. Me, when I see my homie updated their profile picture, coming in with a like button, because why wouldn't you? Because this is what I mean. You're vibing with this person. You like them, they friend. So of course you're gonna like the picture. I don't even care. Because you either look at it as like, oh, they had a fun time hanging out with someone else. Okay, cool, good for them and like it. Because you're not an insecure little asshole. And you support your friends, right? Happy birthday to you, Anon user. I remember reading your post last year about how your family didn't properly celebrate your birthday, and I set a reminder on my phone. I really hope you had a good one this year. Happy birthday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. The amount of people who remembered my birthday is really shocking to me. Thank you so much, OP. This really means the world. Because although there is a lot of negativity on Reddit, I think we all know this is also just adorable. This is just cute. Just kind of doing a random thing for a stranger. You don't know this person. But just doing like a random act of kindness to make their day better, like especially their birthday, if maybe their family is just really weird about it, is really sweet. It's really sweet. All men in trade, driving past houses they worked on. See that house? I worked on that house. I don't even care if this is true. Literally, if I was working in any trade like that, I would be like that. I would be like that. I don't care if everyone does it, because probably a lot of people don't, because they don't really care. Which is also kind of fair, because it's just a job at the end of the day. And while if you're so passionate about your job that you're super proud of it and you love talking about it, is cool if it's just a job to you, because, well, we all need money. That's also fair. Honestly, who cares? But this would legit be me. Same as like if I was to design clothes or something and I would see a random person out about seeing it, I would just like tap the person with and be like, oh my god, I designed that. Look at that shirt. That's the shirt I designed. That would literally, why wouldn't you? I was taking this family's order and the dad needed a second to decide, so I was chatting with his kids and I was like, ooh, are you guys twins? And then a voice from under the table went, you're close, ma'am. And then a third kid popped up and did some karate moves at me, and the dad just looked so tired. So yeah, I met identical triplets today. They were all super polite though, they ruled. Dad's still exhausted because, yeah, having 3 kids maybe already kind of be exhausting, even if they're like polite and like well behaved. But I feel like having triplets might be kind of next level. Yeah. But still, that's just funny. That's just funny. Oh, I'm chilled to the bone. Wait, nice coat, 50% of winter apparel. Ooh, oh my god, so soft. He might be dead, but he can still be cozy. Okay? We love fuzzy coats, warm blankets on this channel. If you don't, what? How could you not love fuzzy clothes? Like, I'm constantly too warm, so I kind of have a difficult relationships with like warm blankets or something, but why wouldn't you like fuzzy comfy clothes or blankets? I have a cookie. I have a new sports car, a big house, lots of outfits. Do you have a cookie? No? Here, have a cookie. Honestly, it is kind of a thing that the people who have the most, materially speaking, like who have big houses and a lot of money and stuff, aren't as good at sharing as poor people. It's just kind of a thing, actually. But honestly, having a sports car or like a house or something might be cool, but having cookies is also pretty nice. And I think it's really nice of you that you're sharing your cookies. So I don't even know why I posted this. Damn, I just need encouragement, I guess. Okay, my alarm went off 20 minutes ago and I haven't gotten up to shower for work. If I get up and shower, will you? Wow. Okay. I don't know how that convinced me so much, but yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay, feet are on the ground. I'm up. We got this, dude. Same. I'm currently trying to find clean clothes. Damn, dude. Thanks so much. Again, random kind people on Reddit. Like, I don't even care if one of these people was lying and was just like, you know, on that lunch break at work, just being like, okay, no, I relate to you. Like, come on, we can both do this, to kind of encourage the other person. I don't care if you're lying or if it's actually true. It's still nice. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of weird because, again, you don't know this other person, but something in your brain just happens when you're just like, oh, you're in the same situation? Okay, we can both do this. Because you kind of feel like you want to encourage the other person. Like, it's easier to encourage another person sometimes than yourself, but then you're just encouraging each other and then you're doing it together, and that just feels nice even though you don't know this other person at all. Still, it's nice. And you might become internet friends, and again, on this channel we like internet friends, because why wouldn't you? I would like to see a little lizard. Here you go, he even has a little helmet. Okay, I feel like now I really should open a Tumblr account, because that's beautiful. I know every like social media has like really weird sides and really shitty sides or people, but that's just beautiful. Just being like, you know, I feel like I want to see a lizard. You could have just Googled, you know, but being supplied with little lizards wearing like their eggshells as a helmet is a peak support, and I'm here for it. My mom telling the McDonald's cashier what I want. 15-year-old me. Thanks, mom. Because honestly, yeah. I really wish less of us had like social anxiety or something, but just having someone who doesn't go, you're old enough, go order yourself. And it's just like, you know what, it's okay. I might not personally understand, but I get it, so I'm here for you and I'm gonna order for you, is honestly great. It's just cute. And honestly, some parents don't care how old you are, they will order for you. Memories of the irreversible harm I caused others in the past. Me, practicing self-compassion, acknowledging what I did was harmful and can't be undone, but knowing that I worked on myself and have better coping skills and supports now and can choose to be kind to myself and others. Because, yeah, feeling shitty about what you've done and knowing that you've hurt other people is good. It's a good sign that you've grown as a person, and if you're like still like in contact with them somewhat, or if you have the chance to contact them, you can reach out to them and be like, hey, you don't have to even like text back or anything, but I'm really sorry of how I acted towards you, and kind of show the other person, because like I guess it just kind of feels nice to be on the receiving end of it, to recognize that someone else knows what they did is awful, because of course they can never undo it. But just knowing that they recognize they were a shitty person to you in that moment, even if you don't want them back in your life, you know, you can just kind of accept it and move on, you know. But beating yourself up over it, to be like, oh god, I was such an awful person, oh my god, how could I have been so stupid, how could I have said all these mean things, it really isn't helpful. Like, it's not gonna help anyone. It's actually gonna harm you a lot more. Listen, you can't change the past, but being aware of your mistakes is a good thing, you know? Media. Video games cause violence. Meanwhile, World of Warcraft player reaches max level by only picking flowers. He's done it again, and it only took him 17 days. How much did he play in these 17 days? How much? How many hours? I don't need you to say it in days. I need you to say it in hours he played. Or did you round the hours he played up to days? Either way, listen, I don't think it's actually video games that cause violence. It's not saying it to excuse anything, but have you seen what kind of world we live in? Like, listen, if someone has violent tendencies, yeah, they might gravitate towards games or movies or something that kind of are very violent or glorify violence in a way. But someone who is like a pacifist or something, or is kind of like squeamish when it comes to violence, isn't gonna start playing these games and then become violent. That's not really how any of this works. And just because someone likes to play shooter games doesn't actually mean they're a violent person or are at risk of shooting up a school. You know, that's not really how this works. In Norway, when people see that there are plenty of apples on their trees, they hang them for others to take instead of having them rot on the ground. It's a lovely idea. It's honestly great. And people get so weird about it. Not necessarily this, but like sharing food. But listen, if you know you have too much food, why wouldn't you share it? Like, maybe taking care of your apple trees or your garden helps you to feel calm, but then you have way more food than you need. Like, even if you're just like growing zucchinis or something, and then you decide to give a few to your neighbor or something, or, well, if you have these many apple trees, you're gonna have a lot of apples. Yeah, and you can just make applesauce out of it and give it to friends, or you can just like hang it outside for random people because maybe they're just really hungry and really want an apple. Or maybe they can't afford fresh vegetables or fruit because stuff's expensive, you know? And then to just know they can come here and get a few apples is brilliant, and how could anyone hate this? Is Pinterest still around? I've never figured out what to use it for. I have a secret account that follows my wife's. She has no clue how I always get her what she wants. Now this is what we call a pro gamer move. That's just smart. You're just like, I don't want to spy on her, but I need to figure out what the perfect gifts are. It's just kind of funny because I kind of imagine that at some point the wife's actually gonna find out because she's like gonna walk in while you're scrolling Pinterest on your secret account, you know, and she's kind of like, wait, that's how you've done it all these years. And I feel like it would just be funny. You know, it's funny. I have a Pinterest, I rarely use it. What do you use Pinterest for? I don't know. Random things. You know, food ideas, mostly, like recipes and stuff. A lot of people use it for like tattoos. I think I used it for hair inspiration, to like have a picture to show my hairdresser. You know, random stuff. But that's just adorable. I tried to surprise my wife with pizza. She did the same thing for me. Now we have 4 pizzas delivered by the same guy. I don't really see the issue. I really don't. It's funny that you had the idea at the same time, but I really don't see the issue because either you can just like eat the pizza cold the next day because you have so much pizza, or again, if you have like neighbors or friends that live nearby that like the same type of pizza, you can just like invite them over or just like offer to bring them the pizza or something. I really don't see the issue here. The cat named Masha was rummaging through a dumpster and found this baby in a box. The baby was left behind by the parents. She warmed the baby with her body and attracted the attention of passerbys with her movements and powerful meows, and thus helped the baby to survive. Again, I will not have slander against cats, because I say this about people, like you will find shitty people and good people in like any group of people really, you know? Same with animals. Of course there will be cats that are literally just assholes. But usually cats just show their affection different than what people expect. Because people are like so used to having like dogs or something as pets that they'll kind of expect the cat to show their love and affection in the same way. You know, either way, don't come for cats, this is adorable. I think I just found the perfect card. I love your dog. I love you, but I love your dog. Which is entirely fair. You know, dogs are adorable. I do not want a dog as a pet. That does not mean that I won't invite myself over to your place when you have a dog or a cat or any pet, really. Unless it's fish. Because personally, I gotta be honest, I'm just bored by fish. It's weird. I don't know. I don't get it at all. But if you want fish, go off. My parents buys me and my friends dinner. One friend, hey, thanks for dinner. Everyone else, thank you, thanks. Yeah, personally, I've always kind of been awkward because I know I needed to thank the person, or like someone else's parents dropped me off home when it was raining or something. I would always be super awkward. But you still thank them because they did a nice thing for you, so of course you do. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of just easier to say when someone else starts, you know, because you will have extra words and just be like, oh, hey, thank you, by the way. And then everyone else kind of be like, yeah, thank you, thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's nice of your parents. I gave Peanut a bath, and after drying him, he stuck out his hand for me to hold. You have a hedgehog, which is already kind of adorable because hedgehogs are just cute. And you named him Peanut because he's so peanut-sized. That's already adorable, but the fact that he gave you his little paw to hold because he was like, oh, you cleaned me, I appreciate it, here, have a hand. It's adorable. Why is it so adorable? People who smile at you when you make eye contact with them are my favorite kind of people. Yeah, because sometimes I'm just like, if I'm out in public, I just kind of sort of dissociate and just stare into like nothingness really. But then when I notice I've been looking at a person, I smile at them to let them know I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be creepy. I was just, you know. Or if you see like other queer people, especially if you see like young queer people that just kind of look a little bit anxious, smile at them. Just smile at them. Why am I... This isn't even a queer memes video, and I'm already kind of assuming most of you that are here are actually queer. If you're not, you're still welcome, of course, but you know, don't be surprised if I just assume my watchers are just random queer people. 12-year-old child is adopted by the family of his best friends. I love the shirts. I love the shirts. You just like pick them up, or like you offer to pick them up somewhere and you just wore the random "Will you be my brother" shirt and gave him a yes shirt. That is adorable. I'm really sorry about your parents, kid, because something bad probably happened to them or they abandoned you. I don't even know, but I'm sorry, but I guess you have a really, really caring new family now. After the 3 wise men left, the 3 wiser women arrived. Fresh diapers, casseroles for the week, and wine. Now we're talking, because the 3 wise men, while they probably meant well, were kind of useless. Like, well, actually, if they give you something valuable, you can like still buy stuff with it, but having fresh diapers with a new baby, having food that you can just like reheat so you don't have to spend time cooking, and maybe wine if you're not breastfeeding, is still very much more helpful, like more directly helpful, you know? So yeah, the 3 wiser women are kind of good. I like this. Are you a winning son? No, Dad, I'm just hanging with my friends. Wanna say hi? Yeah, sure. Hey boys, how y'all doing? Oh, hi Jeremy's dad. Hello, Mr. Lee. Good to hear from you guys. I gotta go now. Okay, bye. Have a nice day. Good kids. Dude, your dad is cool. I wish he was my dad. Yeah, man, I'm really happy with how he treats me and my valued ones. I wouldn't be here without him buying me this PC. He knows what a community and friendship is like, and I respect it. I love my dad. This is wholesome. Because I think we all know the parents of, no, but online friends aren't real friends, like online is dangerous, or that's not real, like go outside and like see your friends in real life. Which is kind of fair. Like socializing in person is of course different, but kind of being like, okay, no, but this is better than this, even though it's both socializing and talking to your friends, is kind of rubbish. Because maybe it's just that we grew up like this and I didn't, but I feel like we're all kind of used to just like being able to text our friends all the time and not having to like go by their house or call to be like, hey, can you come outside to play? Like, can we meet up at the playground? You know, that's fine, but honestly, parents who appreciate that this generation is just different, because every generation is kind of different from the last one, is just better. Don't hurt me, please. Oh, I don't want to hurt. I only want a hug. Oh, okay, let's hug then. Because hugs are great. Hugs are great. And yeah, maybe if you're a mouse, snakes will look very threatening to you at first, but they just want hugs. You can't sleep with a teddy bear. It's childish. Yeah, I don't think it is. Good night. Who cares? Listen, I really don't care. If something helps you sleep, like if sleeping with a teddy bear helps you sleep, or sleeping with a fuzzy blanket helps you sleep, or whatever it is, even if like a nightlight or something helps you sleep because it makes you feel calmer or more secure, who cares? Listen, we all need a good night's sleep. We probably all don't sleep enough and could use good sleep and things to help us fall asleep easier. So if you found something that works for you because you just like it, then do it. Who cares? Like, why are we going around judging other people for random things that literally don't affect us at all? What do I care if you sleep with a teddy bear or not? I don't care. Listen, if you ever have to sleep over at my place because you're visiting me and you bring a teddy bear, I'm not gonna stand here to to judge you. I'm literally not. And if you don't, you can borrow one of my stuffed animals. That's fine too. Today, my next door pregnant neighbor knocked on my door. Around 7 p.m. today, I heard some knocking on my door. I opened it, and my next door pregnant neighbor, she was, I think, in her 7th or 8th month. She was holding a small plate in her hand. In a very shy voice, she asked me if I can give her some of whatever I was cooking because she liked the smell. I think pregnant women sometimes have strong cravings and they cannot resist it. Anyway, she was shy and apologized a lot for her request since we don't actually know each other. I laughed and told her it's okay. I was cooking a traditional meal from my country and the recipe has olive oil, garlic, jalapenos and some spices. I think the smell was nice, so I gave her some of my dinner and then she left. I watched her walk home like a cute little penguin who's happy with her successful little hunting and felt really happy too for some reason. Because again, sharing does feel nice. And knowing you made someone else happy is a good feeling. So, understandable. And if you're like me and you always kind of end up cooking too much anyways because you're awful at like guessing how much you'll actually need, then yeah, why not? Listen, like who actually cooks just the right amount that they're gonna eat at that point? Who actually manages that? What is the nicest thing a stranger has done for you? A really small thing, but I hope I remember it forever. My son was probably 2 or 3 and we went to the mall for some reason. My son liked looking at displays and stuff. Well, there was a model train set in a case that you could put $1 in and watch them go around for a while. I was pretty broke, if I recall, and I never had cash on me regardless. He was content just looking at the display. A group of loud mall teens came through and went past. One of them comes back and puts $1 in the machine and says, I always like watching trains too, and then hurries off back to his friends. My son lit up. I never would have expected that action from a stranger, let alone a teen with his friends in a mall. Yeah, because usually, like saying, oh, loud teenagers in a mall, you're not gonna expect them to be nice. But listen, he saw you, and he kind of figured out, maybe because he was like just watching the stole train set, that maybe you didn't have $1 on you for whatever reason. And he was like, yeah, listen, I have $1, it's fine, have it. And just watch the kid's face light up, and it's adorable. And honestly, that's just cute. Okay, that was all the memes and a few little stories, I guess, that I have for you today. I hope you feel more wholesome and relaxed now versus being stressed. If not, maybe just watch the video again. I don't know. I really don't know. But either way, I do hope you feel more relaxed, and I hope you're staying hydrated, and I hope you're somewhat enjoying the holidays at least. And I'll be back in a few days with my next video.